Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Ryan Michael Yoga. So today's class has an intention focusing on the neck, shoulder area, and the back. We'll do a little bit in the arms too. So we're going to start off nice and simple with some poses that are made for mobility. They may seem really simple and they may seem really gentle, but they're actually super powerful because what we're doing in these poses is we are moving our bodies in certain ways, simple stuff like this, but we focus our mind, our awareness in the joints and feel the movement, in the muscles, feel the movement, and by doing so we bring more circulation, we bring more conscious understanding into that area, we are able to grasp what's going on in that area a little bit better. So they're actually really important poses. So let's get started. Find a comfortable seat. We will begin whatever seated position you want. I'm just going to start like this because this is how I like to sit. Have a block handy. Or a blanket. You never know when it might come in handy. So we'll start with the shoulders. So let's take the fingertips and put them like so on the very tops of the shoulders. We're going to be drawing big circles with our elbows. So with an inhale, let's bring the elbows up. Exhale forward, trying to touch them in front of the body, swiping the sides of the body. Inhale back and up. And exhale forward and down. Now close the eyes and feel the shoulder joint. Notice if there's any crunching. If there is, smooth it out. Don't go so extreme. Make the circles smaller and slower. Moving with the breath. Really feeling into the shoulder. If any of this hurts, be gentle. Back off a little bit. Make the shoulders, make the circles really small. You could just be doing this. The point here is to get some movement, some mobility. Moving blood, moving energy, moving our awareness. Now let's switch directions. Inhaling forward and up, exhaling back and down. Eyes are still closed, still feeling into the space of the shoulders. Notice how this has a slight effect on the heart center. Creates openness when we bring the shoulders back. And it creates openness in the back space. The space of the back, not the thing on your keyboard. One more rotation. Okay, let's take those hands down. Fingertips on the mat beside you. So if you're sitting cross-legged, that's... Should have pointed this out beforehand, but that's also fine. As long as you can still do this stuff that we're doing, which any seated position you can. So stick the fingertips out, reaching them as far out as you can, and then all of them touching the ground. With an inhale, reach up through the spine. So from the sit bones press down, the glutes contract softly, the sacrum extends up, the waist lifts away from the hips, the ribs lift away from the waist, the diaphragm opens, collarbones broaden, shoulder blades deepen, kidneys move in, navel moves in and up, abdominal organs move up. No tension, however, in the abdominal organs. Feel the internal body lifting. Stretch the neck up from below the collarbones. Back of the head floats up. Chin is level. Gaze is soft and directly ahead. Maybe the eyes are a little higher than the horizon line. Breathe and just feel the extension, everything lifting. Notice how this creates length and extension in the arms. Notice if your arms, hands, wrists, fingers get a little tingly. Now, keeping this long extension, feel the breath move through the diaphragm. On the inhale, the diaphragm moves down, flattening towards the abdominal organs. On the exhale, it domes up towards the heart, resuming its natural shape. If you cannot feel this, just visualize it. The more you visualize, the deeper your awareness will become, and eventually you will feel the diaphragm move. One more full breath with the diaphragm. Now, keeping the extension in the spine, keeping the abdominal diaphragmatic breathing, with an inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now, if you'd like to take cactus arms, because this class is specifically for you who have shoulder, neck, pain issues, whatever, you can do it like this. Inhale, and exhale, hands to heart center. Now let's keep that diaphragmatic breathing. So inhale, feel the belly full, the diaphragm moving down. Exhale, bring the elbows, palms together. Inhale. Close the eyes and focus on the diaphragm. Exhale. Continue to do this breathing. One more time, keeping the long spine. Great. Let's take the fingertips out once again to the ground. And now we'll do a little bit of neck movement. So with an inhale, sit up nice and tall, extend the spine, Open the diaphragm, open the ribs, internal body lifting. Neck stretches up on the inhale, and then exhale, drop the head to the right. The right ear moving towards the right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, left ear to left shoulder. And it doesn't have to touch, just moving in that direction so that we feel the opening in the neck. Feel it all the way down the arm. Inhale to center. And exhale. Let's just go back and forth with the breath. You can close your eyes here. With these really simple postures, it's really best to have the eyes closed and really feel what is happening, where the stretch is happening, where the sensation is. The more you focus on the feeling and sensation, the more the awareness is heightened in that area. And yoga is all about awareness. To bring the mind in union with the body, we need awareness. And this is what we do in yoga. We create union. Yoga itself comes from yoke, yug, which means to yoke. Yoking is to bring two things together. Last time on the left. You can bring the eyes open again. With an inhale, keep that length in the spine. We want that strong extension this whole time we're doing this. Doing any kind of neck movement, extension is so powerful because the spine goes into the neck. So, you know. So, with your inhale, extend, and with your exhale, twist the head to the right. Gazing over the right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale to the left. And back and forth like this, breathing. Keeping that extension. The extension is the most important part. And it's really what actually makes this pose difficult. This could be so easy if we were not keeping a tall spine. In the extension, you can imagine each vertebrae, each disc opening up. As we age, the vertebral column gets heavier and heavier, and the discs get more and more crushed. So the vertebrae are doing this. When we extend, we create space between the vertebrae, and then when we twist, all that space can be used. The muscles between the vertebrae can be wrung out in a twist. Really powerful stuff with an extension and a twist. Let's do one more each side. And come back to center. Let's take a moment. I'm going to come to my sit bones. Actually, yeah, let's take the legs out long in front. Just to pause. We'll take a little extra twist, but for a moment. You can take the hands back behind you. Notice how this feels. Spread the fingers here. I know that there's some wrist issue going on, so let's spread the fingers. And pressing into the thumb side of the palms. Thumb is the strongest of the fingers, so putting the weight more towards the thumb is a little better for spreading it out. Okay, let's come back up. Now let's take the left foot over the right. With an inhale, sit up nice and tall. Again, extension, because we're moving into a twist. And notice the foot here, we want it facing the same direction as the shin. Same direction as the front of the knee. Inhale to extend, up, up, up. Internal body lifting, and then exhale, twisting towards the bent knee. Breathing here. Breathing again with the diaphragm. Feel the diaphragm move down on the inhale, filling the belly. And on the exhale, squeeze the navel back towards the spine and twist it deeper. So do not use your arms to twist here. Use the breath and the action of the navel. Filling the belly with the inhale. Squeezing and compressing the navel in and to the left. Feel with every inhale you unwind a little bit even to get more air into the belly, into the abdomen. And then every exhale you return back into the depth of the twist using the action of the navel. One more time. Coming to center. Take that leg out long in front. Interlace the fingers under the knee. With an inhale, lift the foot. Exhale, pull the knee into the chest, keeping the foot lifted. Inhale, out, straightening the knee. Exhale, pull the knee in, bending the knee. One more. And let's switch to the other leg. So let's bend the right knee and step the foot over the leg. Again, the foot and toes face the same direction as the knee, planting the foot on the ground. With an inhale, sit up nice and tall, hugging the knee in. Feel the length in the spine. Feel the opening in the side of the leg. With an exhale, twist into the pose, turning towards the right. We use our arms to get there, but not to torque ourselves deeper. That we use the navel. So with an inhale, breathing into the diaphragm, diaphragm moves down towards the organs, abdominal wall expands towards the thigh, and on an exhale, the navel squeezes in and twists to the left. Inhaling to unwind. Exhaling to twist and deepen with the action of the navel. One more time. Coming back to center. Stepping that leg back over. Inhale, straighten the knee, lift the foot. Exhale, bend the knee in towards the chest. The foot stays lifted. Inhale out. Exhale in. One more. Great. Let's take that leg back out. Okay, now let's take the left foot and bring the sole of the foot into the inner right thigh. And move into a little forward fold. If you have a belt or a strap, it can be really useful in this. You don't need it. You can actually just put the hands beside the leg. There's a tendency to want to go all the way and get your forehead to your knee, but that is not necessary. What is necessary here is a neutral spine, a tall, extended spine, like we've been working on cultivating in this class. So, what I want you first to do is take the hands beside the hips, press down to extend up, feel the sit bones moving down, the buttocks, muscles contracting softly in, lifting up, the sacrum moves into the pelvis, the pubic bone moves back and up, the navel moves in and up, the abdominal organs move up, the rib cage expands, diaphragm expands, collarbones broad, shoulder blades in. Am I doing this too fast? Let me know in the comments. Let's take an inhale with the arms coming out and up. I'll do the cactus arms for you. And exhale, hands to heart center. Shoulders down. Neck extends up. With an inhale, grow tall. Exhale, turn towards the extended leg, keeping that tall spine. With an inhale, let's sweep the arms forward. And exhale, take the hands to the mat on either side of the leg. Notice if the front leg wants to roll out. Keep it rolled in. So the front of the knee, front of the shin, and the toes facing up. Okay. Now, if this is where you're at, this is beautiful, this is great. You can stay right here. However, if you want to go deeper, first, with an inhale, extend the front of the body. And then with an exhale, walk the fingers forward. So we're flexing from the hip. And every time you feel like you can go more forward, first create that extension in the front of the body with the inhale, and then exhale to go a little deeper. Maybe you're reaching your foot. Wherever you are, let's pause there and take 3 breaths. Back of the neck is long, chin is tucked. Spread the ball of the left foot. Right foot. Both feet. Yeah, let's do both feet. What the hell? Feel the breath moving with the diaphragm. On the inhale, the diaphragm flattens towards the abdominal organs. On the exhale, it returns to its dome shape up towards the heart. One more breath. Now I'll let you go to whatever depth you like to go in this pose. But remember, first inhale to lengthen the front of the body and keep that extension in the spine. And then exhale to fold in. Notice the opening of the hip. Notice the opening of the hamstring, the back of the leg, the bottom of the foot. Take 2 more breaths. When you're ready, come back up. Now in yoga, we deal with the awareness in the body, yes. We also deal with a lot of energy channels. All along the leg, there are several, but there's a main one that goes from the ball of the foot down and up the back of the leg and up into, let's see, I've done awareness with this when I was healing my knee. From the space between each of these toe knuckles, there's an individual meridian, as it's called in traditional Chinese medicine, or nadi, as they're called in more yogic philosophy. And they run up in different areas in the legs, in the back, in the sides, and each of them connect to the different energy centers. And so in doing this pose, having that nice tall open front of the body, we have the front of the energy centers are open, and thus we're opening the ball of the foot, like I was saying, opening the back of the leg, allowing for all this energy flow. So all this tingliness that happens, this is energy moving up and into the places that it needs to. This is also why breathing in these poses is so powerful, because upon the breath rides prana. Anyway, let's move to the other side, shall we? First, let's take the fingers down beside the hips, pressing down to extend up. Feeling the rib cage expand with the breath, the diaphragm, the internal organs lifting, spine extending, the neck stretching up. Let's take the arms sweeping out and up. Hands at heart center, shoulders down, shoulder blades and kidneys in. With an inhale, turning towards the front leg. Exhale, hands beside the leg. With an inhale, create that length along the front of the body, from the pubic bone to the third eye, creating length. Although the chin is tucked, so there's connectivity. So you're not like, nice long back of the neck. It's almost like there's a straight metal rod going from the perineum, the pelvic floor, all the way up the spine, through the neck, and out the top of the head, so that the spine is perfectly neutral. Every vertebrae sitting nice and together, and then extending. All right, with an inhale, grow tall. Exhale, walk those fingers forward. Keep the front of the body facing the front of the leg. Keep the front leg rolled in so the inner thigh is grounded towards the earth. Spread the ball of the foot. You may already feel that tingly energy. Breathe here. Every exhale, if you feel ready, you can move a little deeper, keeping that length in the front of the body. Wherever you are, pause for 3 breaths. And when you're ready, feel free to go to wherever you went on the other side, wherever you can on this side, wherever feels comfortable and you can still keep a long spine. Notice how this feels in the back of the leg, in the sole of the foot, in the low back and the hip, the neck, and the space behind the heart. One more breath. And when you're ready, come back up. Let's come cross-legged once again when you're up. Just take a moment to notice how it feels in the spine. In the sacrum, in the hips, the shoulder blades, the arms, you may even notice a little bit of tingliness in the tips of the fingers, or the space between the knuckles of the fingers. Just as with the knuckles of the toes, in between the fingers are meridian points where energy channels run into the body, into the heart, the neck, the belly, all over. Yeah, so let's do something with those energy channels. Let's take the hands out in front, making fists with the fingers inside. With an inhale, stretch the fingers, spread the palms, the knuckles, spreading the fingers as much as you can. With an exhale, make the fist, thumb inside, squeeze. Not too hard, just enough to feel it all throughout the palm and the hand. Inhale out. Exhale in. And like I said, we're just feeling this. We're just spreading it to feel all the palm, all the fingers. And squeezing to feel all the palm and all the fingers. Close your eyes. Let's do 3 more. Feeling as though the breath moves into the palms on every inhale. One more. Great. Let's take the arms down. This in and of itself is actually good strength building for the shoulders, because, just doing that a little bit takes some effort. Turn back to the front of my mat. And we'll take the legs out long once again. Sitting up nice and tall. If you have trouble with this, folded blankets or block under the bum. Let's take the arms out in front, making fists. The thumb can be on inside or outside this time. Imagining 2 hanging ropes in front of you, right where the hands are. With an inhale, reach up with the right hand, grasp the invisible rope, and pull it down strongly. The shoulder is active. The chest is active. Inhale, reach up, watch the hand, grasp the invisible rope. Exhale, pull down strong. Inhale. And exhale. Other side. One more on the left side. Great. And now let's come down to the back. With the soles of the feet on the mat. We've been doing a lot of this forward folding while keeping the length, a lot of this twist. We haven't got a lot of back bends, and when we're working with the spine, it's nice to have back bends and forward folds, twists in between preferably to create balance. So let's interlace the hands behind the back of the head, keeping the elbows and the shoulders on the mat, bring the legs together. And yeah, let's bring the feet up really close as you can to the buttocks. With an inhale, then exhale, drop the knees to the right. Inhale to center, exhale left. Let's go back and forth like this. The outside edge of the foot stays on the mat. The other foot stacks on top of it when you twist. The legs are glued together. One more to the left. And come to center. Now let's take the hands to the tops of the shins. With an inhale, press the knees away from the body. Exhale, pull the knees in. Keep the tailbone pressing down towards the earth. Inhale out. Exhale in. Keep the shoulder blades down on the mat. Inhale out. Exhale in. Now we're going to add a back bend into this. Inhale, plant the feet. Sweep the arms up and overhead, lift the hips. This is one inhale. Exhale, arms down, hips down, grasp the tops of the shins, and bring the knees into the chest. Tailbone down, shoulder blades down. Inhale out. And up. Puffing the chest, sweeping the arms. And exhale. Move at your own pace with your own breath. I understand this is a lot of movement for one inhale or exhale. Move smoothly. And use up all the breath. But do not strain with this. Make this effortless. The next time you inhale all the way up to lift the hips. Keep the hips lifted. Exhale the arms down. Spread the feet and the legs to hip width distance. And then roll the shoulders underneath the back, interlacing the fingers for bridge pose. Puff the chest. Lift the chin away from the chest. Breathing here, feeling the abdomen expand on the inhale. Feeling the heart expand all around it on the inhale. And then letting the breath go on the exhale. One more breath. exhale to release the hands, slowly lower vertebrae by vertebrae. Left leg out long, right knee into the chest. And switch legs. And both legs together into the chest. When you're ready, Shavasana. Make any final adjustments so you can be absolutely still. And begin to feel the breath moving in and out of the body. Watch the belly rise and fall. Allow yourself to disengage from the mind. And there is nothing to do, nowhere to be. Feel the brain itself relax. Ask yourself, what will my next thought be? And then listen internally for that thought. Notice, by asking this question and listening, there is a pause in the mind and thought. That gap is where the real you exists. That gap is where love, joy, endless peace exists. Now feel free to stay in Shavasana for as long as you like. Coming out when you feel ready. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you have a great day. As usual, feel free to subscribe, like my channel. Well, I guess that's what subscribing is, liking the channel, liking the episode, sharing, commenting. I'm always looking for new classes to make. It's so easy for me to make yoga classes because well, you know how I do it. I've explained this before. So, yeah, if you have any suggestions, any recommendations, any desires, let me know. Also, check out my website, ryanmichaelyoga.org. It's a little bit of a blog. Got some random stuff there, but a lot of stuff on the living embodiment of yoga, which is my practice. Thanks for watching.